And here it is. Finally, this is the Super7 Thundertank. And it says number 55 of 2,437. I guess that's how many commissions they got, was 2,437 of these. If you're number 55, how come we're like the last ones to get this?
Because they go in reverse orders. So the people that got the low number can feel special because they got theirs first.
Oh, so it's kind of like in the Bible. Those who are first will be last.
And those are the last will be first.
Yeah. And this is what, 32 by 15 by 24. So it's a large box. Cumbersome box.
It is. It's not heavy, but it's so awkward. It pulls you.
Yeah, and it says 14.5 kilograms gross weight, which is about, what, 32 pounds? I think. So about roughly 32 pounds. So, oh my God. Oh, it's so heavy.
No, don't even start.
you know who that is.
I know. And,
but anyways,
stop it.
I think my back went out.
Stop it.
I like how they put the, it's interesting, they put the reinforcement on the outside of the carton instead of inside of it.
Well, they probably do have some inside, but you know how people are.
It doesn't stop FedEx from punching holes in it, though.
Yeah.
But, hey, you know how it is.
As long as the inside is nice.
Let's start slicing into this. Let's see how this looks. I know you've been waiting.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, evidently.
I mean, it got delayed a couple of times.
Yeah.
And so, you know, finally, I think I ordered it. I think it went up for pre-order in 2020, I believe.
Hey, this one don't have a corner.
Oh, it must have fell off.
They skipped one. Because I don't see even the tape on there. So, let's see here. There we go. And there's another box inside.
Of course. It's the box that it belongs in.
Yeah. So I try to preserve these corners.
Yeah.
Just in case you ever have to pack it again. And ta-da! Oh, actually.
Oh, it is another box.
Another box with another set of corner tabs.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to. I'll turn this and dump it as we dig into here. Oh, that's gonna be awkward, actually.
Let me back up so the world can see. And then zoomed out. Uh-oh. I'm dropping my corners.
Yeah, turn it so that the 12 people who haven't already seen an unboxing,
I know.
since we got this so late.
It's all right.
Yeah.
People like your reviews because you're no holds barred.
Yeah, well. Sometimes they get upset.
Yeah, well.
They're like, that wasn't fair. Okay. This is why I can't get this stuff free.
Yeah, well, you can't sell your soul for Amazon coupon or for toys.
Yeah. Free toys. I got this action figure free. It's crap, but I'll tell you it's great. So I can get another one.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, we're getting somewhere.
Okay, let me get up.
If you can, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I can see it in the thing. It's you know you got glare, of course, but once you take the bag off, you're gonna be able to see it good.
I can smell the plastic.
Well, yeah. Okay, hold it up just like that. Okay.
Move this box.
Yeah. Gave you enough boxes. That's for sure.
See, the bag didn't quite fit.
Oh, they made it fit.
Yeah, they made it fit. That's China. Uh-oh.
And you got to save those pennies.
surprised they use that much tape. Tape is money. And a flat. Thanks. Thanks for that. You trying to get me in trouble with YouTube? You know, I had to block that because they're going to give me a strike
You
for the
don't
music.
know that.
Yeah, I do. YouTube is like really anal about that kind of stuff.
It's thunderstruck.
Yeah. So
Let's zoom in.
there's your box art.
Which is nice because
How's the glare?
Yeah, it's
see?
no glare.
Okay,
it's
good.
no glare. You actually see art. It's not a photograph of the
toy.
Yeah, of the toy. It's an actual drawing.
Yeah. And then you have...
Now that's a photograph, which
Yeah.
is fine.
Which is what they used to do.
Yeah.
Anyways, they would show you pictures of features sometimes on the boxed sets. Mm-hmm. And then on the side...
Oh, it lights up. You can see the lights on the tank.
I wonder if they gave you batteries.
No. Glow in. Well, it says glow in the dark, not light up. Glow in the dark.
I see.
Is it the same picture on the other side?
Yes, it is the exact same picture. I think that's a lost opportunity because
Yeah.
usually you would have like almost a blueprint sketch on the back with descriptors. But instead of that, they use the same art on both sides. But if they were, if they were going for the full vintage feel, I would have made the background different.
Right.
Just two pull-out flaps. And we get one of these. What's that? Okay. Turn it upside down.
Okay.
That's what this is for, guys, so you can let the air out. You don't have to struggle with that. And that's sealed all the way around.
Yep. So we got to get the. Oh, we got to get some pictures.
See something, a couple of things showing through here.
Oh yeah.
There's your Thundrillium and your canopy.
Okay.
So I imagine this must be the top. There's a Thundercat symbol
Yeah.
embossed into the top of the container there.
Okay.
So far I like the packaging. I like the way they boxed this up
Yeah.
so that it doesn't arrive all banged up.
Because people, even though this is a item that I will display loose.
Yeah.
People still want good packaging. They still want that box to be in tip-top shape. You can get away with the outer box, but Super 7 knows if any damage happens to that actual interior box with that art on it, they're getting it back. They know it. They know that, and because they know that, they've done that.
You see, now originally I was put under the impression that there would be assembly.
Oh,
Does
yeah?
that sound right?
No.
No, I thought that you had to assemble this, and this looks like it's pretty much put together.
Yeah.
So, they get an A+ for the packaging anyway.
Yeah.
Even the HasLab Galactus wasn't done that well.
No.
They did double box it though. The HasLab Galactus was double boxed.
This is like a sideshow premium format Prime 1 style boxing.
Actually, you know what this makes me think of is
What?
when you used to buy a remote control car.
Oh, really? I never had a remote control car.
Well, not when I was a kid either, but usually it comes in a foam insert like that, all in one piece. And that's how it comes.
Oh, okay.
It says plastic bags can be dangerous. We know that.
Yeah, them little kids like to put it over their head.
No, I don't think they do it on purpose. I think probably parents that are frustrated put it over the kid's head.
Oh, no.
Oh, I know. Get this Thundertank out of here. Pull it out of the bag.
Oh,
See?
Be easy now.
I'm trying.
And I did buy extra Lino and Panthro figures to go with it, so that I can take those out of the box from from Super7.
Yes.
And display it with it. So I did do
try
that.
to figure this out here. Well, here's what's in here.
A
cannon.
gun.
There's a cannon in there.
Yeah.
There's your teeth.
Yeah.
The paws.
And the claws.
And there is a
opening.
A gun in here.
Oh, wait. Okay, I got it.
Very strong smell of plastic.
Didn't they have seating in that area, seem like?
Inside here?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
I think you're thinking of Silverhawks.
Mm.
And
yeah, because that paw did all kinds of stuff. It rammed and did all kind of weirdness.
So here's the...
Hold on, I got to get up to get
There's
in there.
4 seats and a gun position.
Which is accurate to the cartoon.
Yeah. And this rises up. There we go. That rises up. That's kind of awkward to pull out of there, but I see why they did it. I just want to make sure I don't injure this. There we go. There's your 3 cannons that were like useless on the show.
They used it.
It didn't do anything useful. And then here's the
controls.
The controls. Now this right here feels like it could be easily broken. The handles to me, and you see how they're inserted.
Yeah, don't do too much.
Yeah, I'm just saying that to me feels fragile.
Right.
And I just want to point that out, that you can, gripping the hands. Oh, it does turn. I see. It does turn.
But don't man turn it.
Yeah, just
baby turn it.
Yeah, so don't try to force their hands on it. You can conform it. Be careful right there, I think. Okay. Now this also, here we go, that lifts off.
And then you can put the glass dome on it, right? Is that the intention?
Yeah. So we can try that. And you got these controls. I don't know if you can see in here. I'll turn it. Alright.
Yeah, turn it like
in here. And I want to show these also because they do have these monitors, and they've got these handles. 1, 2, 3, and then this switch here. This switch does not move.
That's kind of pretty detailed because on the show you can see them operating the tank using those hand controls.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna see. Excuse the twisting and turning. Okay, I got it.
These also, you can see when I apply a little bit of pressure here, because they're very stiff, but they're bending, and it's not a natural bend. I would be very careful with these also.
So that means when you mess with it, don't mess with it.
Yeah, because these feel like they would snap off if you weren't careful.
Yeah, you gotta act like a little baby and barely touch it. You want to be all manly with it.
And in a minute, I'll flip this up and show you the bottom half.
I don't have the figures to put. I got the figures, but they packed up, so we're not going to do all that. Oh, okay, now that's cool.
Fits over here.
I like that one better.
And
the glass one?
It plugs right in.
Right.
But I guess that would be, of course, armored mode, so you can...
So, will the armored top fit on top of the glass?
No.
Okay, you got to have one or the other.
Because you see there's pegs.
Okay.
And that's how it stays on.
I see.
And it's just a piece of acrylic, which means you can scuff this up.
Yeah, so be
This
careful.
will scuff up real nice. So, be real careful. I would use like an eyeglass cloth.
That microfiber.
Yeah,
cloth.
if I would be really, really careful. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even want to rub it. Because we've experienced this with acrylic, working with the action figures and stuff. That's why we use a makeup brush, and I don't know if we have one handy. but we usually use a makeup brush to clean this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you don't want to, that will scuff to no end.
Yeah, and then it won't look good.
Yeah, it'll look terrible.
Yeah, it looks good on there. I like it displayed with it on there, but I don't know because again, I don't have one of my figures out. But I'm wondering, can you put a figure in there with the hood? Probably not.
I think you could.
Okay.
Because it looks like it sits deep enough. Now here is your a case of Thundrillium.
Where does that go?
I'm not
in
sure.
The back, maybe.
I'm not sure where you would insert this. I will look around and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But that's a nice touch. As is this.
What is that?
Which is Panthro's like spanner. That's one of the tools that he uses on the Thundertank.
Oh, okay.
That's a nice touch.
This make you want to buy all of the characters just to put it in there.
Although there's a thin bit of pipe there, I would be careful with.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think he could hold that safely. But I think that's a nice touch. I'll flip this over, and we'll look at the bottom.
I mean, the figures aftermarket are cheap enough to kind of buy a whole set just to display with this if you're not a out of the box collector, because I'm not. But with vehicles and stuff like this, I will get figures to display loose.
How well can you see this?
I can see it. I can zoom in and pan it slow.
What I have noticed is that these wheels all turn freely.
Right.
The treads, that's another story.
So the treads don't move?
They do move.
Oh.
But it's
tight.
It doesn't roll very freely.
Okay.
All of these, let me turn this again.
Okay.
All of these cylinders turn.
Yeah, I see that.
But of course, and the caps do not turn, just the cylinders do, even the big one.
Right.
But because, of course, you've got this rubber, even though it turns, there's a lot of resistance.
Okay. That's enough.
So
I
would be careful of that. Now, is that a hatch?
I'm thinking it has to be a hatch in the back for the Thundrillium to go in.
No.
I'm thinking. Oh, it's not?
It's not. It goes flush to the back wall there.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, if I was to push this on the ground, you see that all the wheels turn, but the treads...
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
sorry.
I messed
up.
Look at the tank there. The treads are not moving.
Yeah,
and that was my point. I don't see a hatch for the Thundrillium. I thought this lit up.
No, it glows in the dark. It says on the thing, glow in the dark.
So what we'll do here real quick is I'll go and shut the lights off, and then you can get a look at this glowing. And even though you don't have Thundercats out, I can go grab a couple of Legends figures maybe.
They're the same size?
They should be the same scale. And we can put them in there and you can see.
Okay.
So I'll shut the light real quick. And we'll see how that effect works.
Well, the light came on the camera. But before it came on, you did see it, the light. But it was so fast. I don't know if anybody really saw it, but the light on the camera came on. So we'll probably do it with our phone and just splice it in.
We'll film it with the phone.
And splice it in.
And we'll splice it, because, you didn't anticipate that.
Yeah, I didn't think that was good.
That's all right. I wasn't thinking of it either.
You going to go get the Legends figures?
A couple of equivalent size figures.
Okay.
And we'll throw them in there and see what it looks like. Well, that seems to be it. I don't see anything else on this glowing except for the eyes in the front. In your standard glow-in-the-dark green. Alright, so a couple of Legend scale figures here. We got a couple of volunteers. We got the Build-A-Figure Killer Croc, which is probably one of the crappiest Build-A-Figures ever. And then the Build-A-Figure Super Skrull. And they're about the same relative size. So we can go ahead and just try them in a couple of seated positions and see what that looks like. Just put him in a seat.
Okay. Yeah,
And,
he fits
then
in
of
there
course
pretty good.
you can close it up with them seated in there. I'll put Croc in one of the other seats. He's not jointed as well as the Skrull, but there you go. And you can lock up your 4 figures in here. That looks a little tighter in the back because the seats are real close, but I imagine you would put the Thunder Kittens back there.
Yeah.
But it still accommodates. And then this platform, which does have foot pegs.
Okay.
I want to point that out.
Okay.
There, if you can see that.
Yeah. Let me zoom a little more.
See those
Yeah,
two pegs?
I can see him.
And he does have foot holes on his, so I can make him stand here and hold this. I'm not going to make him actually hold it, but you get the basic idea.
Yeah.
He can get behind this, and he'll be on the peg, so he won't fall off. And then you can direct your cannon in a 360 fashion, although up and down is pretty limited. It only goes to about, what is that, about 45? Something like that. But that's all right.
Yeah.
And then up front...
Hey, take your thing out.
Oh, sorry. Almost left Killer Croc in there. And the canopy. And we'll put these guys in the front seats. I can see a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see. Well, first of all, they're going to have to go in straight-legged. Like your old G.I. Joes or whatever.
Oh, they do fit down in there pretty low.
Yeah, they fit in there pretty low.
That's good, because then you can close it up.
Yeah, so that you can close it up, but you're safer putting them in straight-legged. That looks pretty tight for having them touch the controls. I can get his hands on the controls. Super Skrull, no, because he's got the big thing hand there.
Right.
But he can touch the controls. I don't want him to grip them, not that close. That feels uncomfortable, and I want to make sure you can get a good look at all of that.
Yeah. Wow, that's a spacious.
Or if you need me to turn it.
No, I can see good.
Yeah, but just for.
Yeah, that's pretty spacious.
Yeah, and then of course, that should
close, and it does
seal up. And you can see them down in there.
Yeah, with the dome, with the glass lid on.
I can't imagine them holding those controls while they're sitting in there, though.
And that's not...
Also, watching this here, I'm turning him out, but if I pull him straight up, he's going to catch.
Okay.
If you can you see that in the thing?
Yeah, I can see it, but let me zoom in and you do it again.
Yeah. If you pull him straight up, he's going to catch that.
Yeah.
And you risk damage because, like I said, they feel fragile. So, I've got to turn him out so that he doesn't touch them. Just kind of...
Yeah, kind of...
Turn him in and out because I'm worried about those breaking. All right. And there's the front cannon there. The claw cannons, which... does have that separation.
Yeah.
As you look down the front of it there, and see what that looks like.
Yeah.
And technically, it's still not to scale. It's to scale for the figures, but of course the Thundertank on the show was even larger than this.
Well, I mean, they couldn't make it any bigger.
It would be twice this size, honestly.
Well, the price, too.
Yeah.
It would be...
Yeah,
I mean, this was already a lot.
Yeah, this was expensive. This was a big deal.
Yeah.
And let me turn this. I don't know if you've got to go get back. Make sure everybody can see this from every angle. And I'm trying to be careful, especially since, you go to reach under here and you end up grabbing the teeth instead of under the jaw, which is where I want to pick it up from. It doesn't go in very far, but it's a nice feature. And
it looked like the radiator.
Yeah. There's your back.
Yeah, all your little exhaust. It seemed like one of those panels, because you can see that there is panels, but it would be cool if they open so you can put your little Thundrillium in there.
Yeah.
And that's the underneath the bottom.
There are no electric or light up features that I can tell.
No. So what is your overall impression?
Okay. I would have liked to have seen an electronic feature.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been neat if it had a button that made an engine sound or a roaring sound or something like that, because you used to get cheesy stuff like that with vintage toys.
Yeah.
You press a button and vroom, vroom, you know, something. Yeah. And it wouldn't have cost them that much, I think, to do that. And I think people at the price it was already at would have happily paid an extra $4 to do that. I understand there's only so much you can do with these handles. But I'm just concerned about how fragile they feel. Mm-hmm. The handles in here and the handle controls on the cannon inside, I would be very careful with. The seat, these two seats turn slightly, but I don't know if they're designed to do that, so I would leave that alone.
Okay.
I like that it's spacious and that you can get the whole team in here and seal it up. You know, they're not like hanging out of it or stuck, or like G.I. Joe up there. You know, a lot of these vehicles, they're just kind of like on top of it or hanging out because they don't fit. Mm-hmm. These fit. The characters do fit. I think that's a nice feature. I like the colorful controls and all of the different panels and things that are going on inside. It feels sturdy. It doesn't feel cheap, because that's a big complaint of mine a lot of times, especially when I do unboxings of like 6th scale figures or 12th scale figures. I'm like, this feels really flimsy. This doesn't feel like I'm going to break it up, except for the handles. That's the one weak part. I like that all the wheels turn, but then of course, like I said, the treads do not turn. So if you push this along, you're basically going to drag them. I think that's something they could have worked on a little bit more, but it is what it is. I think it's a lost opportunity that you can't put this anywhere. I don't think you can.
Yeah, unless we haven't figured it out.
Yeah, unless I haven't figured it out. I like that there's like a mining car full of Thundrillium, but you can't even put it in here anywhere. I mean, you can lay it in there, but it doesn't fit. So I'm like, where am I supposed to put this? I don't know. I like that it comes with a little tool for Panthro, so he can work on the tank. I don't like the glow-in-the-dark feature. To me, that just feels cheap. Mm-hmm. It's just like, yeah, okay, we made the little panel there glow-in-the-dark. So what are you supposed to do with this when the lights are on? Because a lot of people want this kind of stuff for action figure photography, for example, and that's not going to work. Mm-hmm. That's not going to work. I would have paid the extra $4 or $5 for a light up feature where you can press a button like on the Galactus, because that stuff's really cheap now. Mm-hmm. With the fiber optics and everything that they use in the LED. That feature is very inexpensive now. So you press the Galactus, he lights up for 5 minutes, his eyes and his chest, and then they go off. You could have done that here. You could have had, like, right here, this red spot. Yeah. Could have been a button for it. You press the button, and those light up, and that would have been really neat. But they went the cheap route, and they painted the plastic glow-in-the-dark, or they mixed a glow-in-the-dark element into the plastic. So I think that's a lost opportunity. Overall, I like it. I think it, you know, like I said, it doesn't feel cheap. Mm-hmm. All the figures fit in it. It looks good. It looks close to the toy. I like what they did with the box. They got all that artwork on there. Everything's going on. These are all figures that they've made. So the box looks good. to give it the real vintage feel, like I had pointed out earlier, on the back of the box, I would have done the sketch thing like they used to do with vehicles on the back, or they would have a photograph of the toy on the back with the figures and with a couple of bullets pointing out what the features are.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I like the box and I like what they did with the packaging. So yeah, I mean, overall, I'd give it an A.
Yeah.
Honestly, an A minus. I do like that you can switch this out too.
Oh yeah.
The canopies, you can have it armored or the open canopy, and that they insert in, and that you can see the figures clearly and they fit properly. Like I said, just my only gripes are just a couple of missed opportunities. With again, there's nowhere to put the Thundrillium package. The glow in the dark feels cheap. I would be careful again with the handles. I mean, that might not be something that could have really helped, because what else are you going to do unless they made them out of die cast, which would have been nice.
You would have paid another $100.
Oh, it ain't worth $100. And the treads don't work.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really work. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I have the same thoughts that you do.
Mm-hmm.
I like you said, the big thing, I wish they had a light up feature for the headlights. I think that would have been really nice. And maybe do something with the Thundercat symbol, make that glow in the dark, but make the headlights on off, light up. But all in all, I say it's an A. I think it's one of the best vehicles out there, modern vehicles
for adult collectors.
For adult collectors that's out there. It looks well, it presents well, got a lot of features. I do like, because I have reviewed some other stuff with you, or watched you review, and seen vintage vehicles, and the toy doesn't fit. The toy comes with it. It doesn't fit at all. Yeah. But I do like that these toys actually fit in there, and you can close it up, you can do this, and I think they took that to heart.
Like this. I mean, that's a common issue with vintage vehicles and accessories, is the figures, they just kind of sit there.
Yeah. And then they sit awkwardly, because they can't even bend or something, so they look like they're halfway standing up and all kinds of stuff. Up there. Yeah. So, that feature, I think, really puts it over the top. Yeah. Because you can sit them down, you can close it up. They got foot pegs where the cannon is, so you can pose a figure with the cannon in the upright position, standing, looking like they're shooting. Yeah. While the other figures are in there doing something. Those make it really stand out above the rest. And I like it. I like it. I think it's an A. I think it's up there. Yeah.
Another possibly missed opportunity here that would have put this over the top with people looking for that nostalgic feeling is if these were spring loaded.
Oh, if they had like a little bullet to go in there?
Yeah, little launchers. Because, I mean, they used to do that kind of thing pretty commonly, and it's not that hard. It wouldn't have been hard. Like, for example, this figure has a launcher, and they're small, and it'll launch that little fake bullet. If they had done something like that for the gun features on here, for this and the other three cannons, if there was a little launcher feature, there's a lot of nostalgic collectors that would have fell out over that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it wouldn't have cost that much more compared to what you're already paid for this. Just a couple of suggestions. If I was looking at the overall, if I worked at Super7 and I was looking at the blueprints, I'm like, for an extra $10, can we put launchers in this thing? Yeah. People at the price it's at, they'd pay the extra $10. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because if they could put a launcher with this figure and keep it under $3 back in the day, I'm sure we could figure something out now. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, it's just looking at it from a kid's perspective or that adult who is into this purely for the nostalgia, yeah, launchers, light up headlights, couple of minor adjustments that wouldn't have cost too much more that I think would have put it over.
Yeah, no, I agree, but what I it feels like some people that love nostalgia maybe had the Thunder Tank or had other vehicles from the 70s and 80s, even 90s, sat down and said, okay, we're going to make a Thunder Tank. What do we need to do? Somebody said, those figures need to fit in the thing.
Yeah.
This needs to happen. We need foot pegs. We need this. We need that. So you can see and tell they sat down and hashed it out. Yeah, we missed a couple of things.
Sure.
But
because I wasn't there.
Yeah. But at least you can tell that they didn't say, oh, let's make a Thunder Tank. Okay. And then that was the end of the meeting. They sat down and said, okay, let's make a Thunder Tank. What do we need to do to make people want our Thunder Tank?
Sure.
And
it has the cartoon vibe to it.
Yeah, it looks like a Thunder Tank. It feels like one. I mean, of course, it's bigger than the original one that came out. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, the original one doesn't look like it doesn't fully resemble the one from the show anyway.
I've seen the original one a couple times. I don't really remember how it looks.
They only get like 2 figures on there, I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh.
But that was part of the problem. Is like you got these big bulky LJN figures, and you're trying to. I don't know if is it pictured on the back of one of these.
I don't know.
I've got
Oh yeah,
yes,
it is.
It is. So there's the original.
Oh, that don't even look like what
That's
it
what
did
I
in
mean.
it. Hold on, come.
Yeah,
you got to
go ahead
glare.
and hold it. I like how the picture of it closed up, and there's Lionel sitting on top of it.
Wait a minute, I got to zoom out. Oh, I'm zooming the wrong
that's
way.
too far.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, that doesn't even look like what it did on TV.
This one right here, it looks like he's riding a ski mobile. That's you see what I mean?
Yeah, at least this one looked like
really
it
skimped.
did on TV. So you have that, and I'm impressed. I think they did a good job. And if they did,
it's a far cry from this one.
Yeah, I wish they still had the Masters of the Universe license.
Yeah.
And they did some vehicles, or when they had the license, they did vehicles, because if they do vehicles like this, I think they'll, and enough people say, yeah, they did a good job. People will buy it. They can do more.
Or they do have other licenses. They could do a project like this with it. This goes over well enough, like the Ultimates G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah, they do have G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
They can do G.I. Joe figures, but then Hasbro is doing G.I. Joe with their little HasLab.
Yeah, I know, but they're doing for classified.
Oh, okay.
The Ultimates are Sunbow accurate.
Okay.
So they could make, because a lot of the times the vehicles that were sold and the vehicles that were on the show, they didn't quite resemble each other. There were there were differences. They could do something like that.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Hopefully the guy, Brian Flynn?
Yeah.
He'll hear you. He'll watch this video and be like, oh, they love my Thunder Tank.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, any last points?
No. Again, this really, honestly, I want to go out and get the main 4 figures just to go.
Just to put in here.
Yeah, because like I said, I did get an extra Lionel and Panthro to take out of the box
and put in this.
Sure. Nine makes me want to get an extra Tigra and Shatara to put in there.
Okay.
Yeah. It actually does. Because it fits in there.
Yeah.
And you can display it. So they did a great job. I think they did a great job. Okay.
Hey guys, thoughts? What do you think of the new Super 7 Thunder Tank? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of that review. We hope that you did. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you knew, all that good stuff. And if that's it, then what more can we say but thanks for watching, And we will see you again soon.